back with Railway Empire. The long play of this, as we have ascertained, is going to be going through the campaign and then doing scenarios as chosen by you. We'll figure that out once we've done the campaign, though. We have only just started. We managed to do the Great Plains, and it was no problem at all, so we move over to the early days here. This chapter is all about the modest beginnings of the railroad, but how they then quickly revolutionized transportation in the United States of America, helping to revive the prosperity of the industrial centers on the East Coast. Nice, learning all this sweet history about the US that I really don't know. You're better off for not knowing German, says Sieved. I would know, I'm German. Yes, you don't say. A lot of Germans tend to swarm in around here, for better or for worse. For worse. Right, there's a lot we can't affect here. We can choose the rail network. We always want it on realistic. I actually looked into what these do, and on normal mode, the trains just pass through each other. This should be renamed to like hyper casual mode. I'm not having any of that. We play realistic. Trains must wait for each other. You need parallel tracks, switches, and signals. Great. It's going to force me to relearn how to do signaling. I mean, I know it in Factorio, but this is a different beast. And manual. Manual is probably a bit casual here, but I like being able to just stop my game.
I did an evaluation of the contenders, and I am the best choice.
I think this is the same guy we had as before, but he is also our only choice. His name is Marvin Branagh. And him and his company, Baltimore and Ohio, is what we're rolling with.
In 1830, the prosperous industrial centers on the east coast of the United States of America were poorly connected to the mainland. Insufficiently developed toll roads and slow ship canals were the only options when making long journeys. Farmers, businessmen, and travelers lamented these long, arduous, and above all, unsafe transport routes. They were not only an inconvenience for travelers, but also shackles on an emergent nation's hunger to grow. But at this time, a development from England was taking its first steps and helped keep alive the hope of many cities in the East of reaching greater economic influence and growth.
I've been waiting for you. I'm Philip Evan Thomas. It's always been my dream to build a railroad to the Ohio River and beyond. That would help everyone, both the settlers and the natives. And I need your help with that. First of all, I have 2 tasks for you in order to build a base from where we can monitor further activities. But as I learned back when I was a bank clerk, the books must always balance. So take care to make a profit, even with these preliminary assignments.
Alright, I'm glad we can pause because it gives me a chance to look around. I'm not overly familiar with American locations here. I know we're on the East Coast, that's about as far as we go. Oh, there's Norfolk again. Hang on, is this a different Norfolk from what we had in the Great Plains? It must be, we're so far away. Wilmington, Washington... Jings, the text on these is hard to read at times. Something I despair a bit is the lack of zooming out. Something I loved in Patrician was that you could zoom out and see the whole Hansa. And here, zooming out, we can see, what, 1/6 of the map at best? Oh, not even. Not even. Makes it pretty hard to figure my way around, but I guess that's my problem. He gave us a checklist. Let's check through it. You can pause to look at the map, even at the manual, because you have to enter track building or building menu. Yeah, but then that's going to clutter up the UI. What's even the point if we can just enter manual mode? I'm not here for the scores. This chapter is all about... Oh, we already read that. We need to connect Baltimore and Washington and connect 3 rural businesses to our rail network, so we'll have to consider which ones we want. What did they say? Baltimore and Washington? Well, I know that Washington is here. Oh, wow, that's really close. You almost wonder why even bother. Also, you already have a train station, a large train station. And interestingly enough, the cities are bustling even when the game is paused. I wonder if we could use that. Still, poor little Washington is not connected. What does the DC mean in Washington, DC, by the way? Because I don't know. You gonna pay me for connecting the two? No, you're just telling me to do it. We should also consider what these places are going to be wanting. District of Columbia. Ah. How about that? Everybody wants their beer. Beer, meat, wood, corn, grain, and milk. The milk is needed for their cheese, of course, so it's going to be quite beneficial for us to link up a dairy with them. Probably a little expensive to go over the rivers, but go over them we certainly can do. The District of Columbia is the state that contains Washington. Ah, I see, he says. Not really seeing, but just wanting to show that he cares. So, where are we even going to start with this? Oh, well, I'm going to start by noting there are places I can't build. Okay, it's largely over water. And this is Canada, isn't it? I feel like it's Canada. Oh my gosh, there's a Syracuse in America? There's New York. I've never been to New York, but I imagine if I ever went, I'd want to swiftly leave. I feel like a small station is doing Washington an injustice, but small stations is all it's getting for now. And you'll get connected up, you lucky duck. Whoa, that's not very good. I'm having to carve my way through the lands here. That's probably going to be quite expensive. Well, it is quite expensive. Oh well, waste not, want not.
Oh,
Give me
who's
that.
this new fish swimming in our pond? Greetings from the beautiful city of Charlotte. What was your name again? Beautiful stranger, wasn't it? Well, that's what you look like. Just let me know if you need help push-starting your trains.
Push starting my trains? What is she on about? Well, who knows, and frankly, who cares? Now, I wonder if I'm going to run into troubles with this not really connecting up, because we have these odds and ends here. Like, we've got 3 unused parts. Maybe if I just don't connect them up, we'll be fine. Then later on I can connect them up with a bunch of changeover lines here. We'll see about that. She's your rival. My rival. Okay, I gotcha. Lot of stuff to connect up here. Now, Baltimore produces quite a bit. They'll turn cloth into clothing, cattle into meat and leather. Okay, good for them. So they're going to want cattle and they're going to want cloth, but getting cloth might be a little tricky for them. So of all this, I almost certainly want the cattle coming in. And then there's the milk issue. But maybe I should bring in the milk from down here. Give her some fresh... Well, that's just our solution to everything, isn't it? Tell me, how much of this can I connect up? The large train stations just never seem quite large enough, do they? I wonder if I am just always better with the small ones. It's just cheaper that way. If I grab a small one, connect it up with Baltimore, and just do... Actually, just connect a bunch of them up together. I could even make a bypass here, or I could just have all of them coming down. I don't know. I'm bad at planning train thingamajiggers in my head, but I'm quite certain I want this milk coming down to Washington, and if I have the rails here, I might as well already use them. So how... Oh my, it is uneven land here, isn't it? Building around here is going to be pricey. But, oh well. Hang on, that was a bigger one than I wanted to build. Abort. Regular small train station will do. Like the way the map moves with us as we spin that around. Quite funny. Alright, here you go. Here's your weird train shack. And let's connect you up with here. Now, That's expensive, but we were given a butt ton of money, so we might as well just get going with it. Seems weird that we've got all these bits that we want to build into it. But this part almost certainly needs that going on. Because of the abrupt end here, I'm kind of forced to go over this river. And I suppose they didn't build their cities with the railways anticipated, so I can't blame them. I should probably... Do either of them want their vegetables, or do Americans just not eat their greens? No, they want their corn and their grain. Oh, well, how about that? They do want veggies. Probably because they're a relatively high population place, so maybe I should just feed all of these trains into this train track and call it a day? Gonna be hard to say on that one. Alternatively, if I make a proper sized train station for both of you, or maybe even a large one, then I won't have to have any long pauses with you filling up. But then again, would that even reasonably be a problem? I don't think it would. I'm gonna smash you both in here and call it a day. Because I only need this to split out a little bit between the two of them. So if we... What am I looking for here? I want to get you down here, basically. So how about... Is that a better way to do it? Or would it be better to go through this? I'm sure one track for 3 trains won't be an issue. Surely not. I'll just make some bypassing points for them. It'll be fine. Then again, they'd need to bypass through this, so it's probably better that they don't share it going through that. Probably better that they share something coming in through here. Like so. Jings, these tracks are expensive. I hope I know what I'm doing. Well, somebody has to. There we go. How could we lose with this? Well, by having them ram into each other, of course. So. Maybe that's what I should do here. Oh, it does not like meeting up at that point. I wonder if there's a hotkey for track construction. Only likes to do it on solid land, eh? This one's fine, that's going to come out and in, but I fear I've not given myself a lot of space for this part. Be funny if he spends all his dosh on tracks and there's nothing left for the trains. It would be funny, but I'm sure it won't happen that way. Oh, I can connect you back up here. Well, that shouldn't be a problem then. Ooh, that didn't work so well. Can I undo part of this? Shift and left click to remove. Don't know how long my trains are going to be. That may or may not be enough room for it. Oh, none of this is working. Let's get rid of you. Get you branching off on the side as soon as possible. And then back in. There. Oh, that's nice and cheap. Now, whether or not it's long enough for the trains, I don't know. Hopefully, but potentially not. So that gives them a lovely bypass point, and they're probably going to want some kind of bypass point here as well. Really should have just made two railway tracks. Well, maybe. We'll see if this can work out. In terms of laying the foundation, that means anyone coming here is going to have to wait. Oh yeah, what if there's a third train? They're going to be in trouble, aren't they? Yeah, probably. Well, replace probably with definitely makes me wonder why I'd even have this part branching together here. Probably a mistake. Double tracking is expensive, but it's always an inevitability in these games, says Lethrington. Best to go for single and plan for double later. That's my way. Do it the American way, use triple bypass. Now, I feel like I've made a mistake since this is going to have 3 trains on it, because let's say there's a train trying to come out here, and a train from here and from here trying to come in. Well, one train can go up here to let this one pass through, but the other one's going to have a problem right here, isn't it? Yeah, it is. I wonder if I should have just started with multi-trains coming through. If I were to make another train coming out, another railway line coming out here. Oh, look at that parallel track discount. That's huge. If I were to do that and then build another parallel track, would I get another parallel track bonus? Could I even get something coming along here? Doesn't seem to want to very much. Really doesn't want to come out to here. What am I to make of this? I only seem to get my parallel track that locks. Okay, you cannot do another one. Yeah, parallel tracks are really cheap, right? I shouldn't be bothering with single track line. What a horrible mistake. Well, fortunately, I think we get a full refund on everything. I believe the game gives a 30-day refund on anything you build, so just like that, we got pretty much all of our money back. Swell. Can I get rid of all that? Oh, wow. I'm back in the money, I think. Oh, I really think. You know, why don't I just restart? There we go. Much faster. Interesting to note that, though. Yeah, we get it.
I've been waiting for you.
Oh.
I'm Philip Evan Thomas.
Should have thought about that. I gotta listen to you again.
It's always been my dream to build a railroad to the Ohio River and beyond.
Well, lucky you. I'm gonna make it a reality.
Both the settlers and the natives. And I need your help with that.
So I am going to...
I have 2 tasks for you in order to build a base.
Build my beloved parallel bridge here.
Further activities. But as I learned back when I was a bank clerk, the books must always
nice and
balance.
cheap.
So take care to make a profit, even with these preliminary assignments.
Nice and really cheap. Making profit seemed rather easy in this game when I was playing it earlier. Hopefully that remains the case. So now what I can have is my lovely milk place right here. And I still kind of want to have 2 small stations to bring in the veggies and the meat. And these can quite happily split apart after sharing a road together. There's got to be a hotkey for track construction. Is it T? It is T. Oh, getting advanced here. How close to this can I get it before I can get my beloved parallel track bonus? There we go. Not too shabby. A little bit shabby, but not too shabby. And then there we go. Great. Now we know that this is going to be shared here, so I'm going to need some kind of bypass. But we know how to do that. And we also know that it is mega cheap to do. Hell, I feel like I should be making as much of it parallel as I can. Wait a second, where's my parallel track bonus here? It looks pretty parallel to me, but I'm not getting the discount this time. Why? Parallel track is only for bridges and tunnels. Oh. Oh dear. Maybe the game thinks that regular tracking is cheap enough as it is. Which it kind of is. Alright, well, there's your bypass lane. Enjoy it. Now, I want people to benefit from the supply tower on... Wait, can I not supply on both of these? What's the problem with supplying here? Collision with non-parallel track. What do you mean non-parallel? Looks pretty parallel to me. After a while they just stopped thinking it was parallel. I don't understand, but anyway, there's your supply. Enjoy. That means everybody's going to go through that supply line that could possibly want it. Nice. I wonder if I need a bunch of trains for all this, or if one train could go and do both you and you. Or if that train would be overburdened. I don't know. I don't have a good feel for supply and demand, but I could look into that a bit here. Your, what is it? Weekly demand for meat is 1. And your weekly demand for veggies is 0.5. Weekly, huh? What's your weekly production of veggies? 0.8 per week. How many can you store? Basically, you don't make that many. Oh, you make quite a lot of cattle, though. I'll use 1 each, because it seems lenient enough with the money so far. As for you, Washington of Fun, I'll give you a regular train station, because we seem to be having no real money issue right now. Just jam you right up close and personal there, so we get this weird road put around it. And in you go.
Oh, who's this new fish swimming in our pond? Greetings from the beautiful city of Charlotte. What was your name again? Beautiful stranger, wasn't it? Well, that's what you look like. Just let me know if you need help push-starting your trains.
Can any train go into this? What was it called again? The maintenance building. Maybe they don't actually go into it. It just looks like they could only come off of this track. I think they can teleport between all the tracks, but again, I need to get a better feel for that sort of thing. I also would probably benefit from... Well, let's plan for the future here. Yeah, still no parallel bonus here. That is a crying shame. But if I had you set up like so, and then got myself a supply tower here, and there we go. And let's just rotate you out a bit. That means you'll be able to get your supplies out there as well. Okay, good. Nice basic setup. The only thing it's missing is a little bit of signaling. Me and signaling. Not the greatest. I should say that this one can only be done that way. And that this one can only be done that way. That'll ensure a natural flow around here. This one shouldn't need any such thing. My problem is, what if you dock in here and then somehow end up coming out the other end? Am I going to need to crisscross these? Hopefully not, but you never know with these kinds of things. It's also a slight concern that maybe I should have connected Washington up with this part of the rail rather than that part of the rail, because then if this part's ever full, they're gonna come in on this. So could I not just have you guys connect up like so? Why don't I experiment here? We got the money. We should try experimenting a bit. Oh no, that's not how I want you to do anything. They won't switch lanes at stations, Jake. Ah, okay. Thanks for the heads up. Also nice, this service thing affects all of them. That's pretty cool. What am I thinking here though? I'm thinking crisscross. That way you guys can switch freely, and I wouldn't mind these guys being able to do the same. I wonder if there's a faster way to do this. And then if I have you do something similar, There we go. Now I would just need one more here and here, and then anyone can go anywhere. That seems like a pretty good deal for my trains. Probably wasteful to do this right now, but I need to get a bit more familiar with doing all this stuff. I'll probably need signals on these, much as I hate to admit it. Oh no, maybe the trains can just figure it out themselves. I don't know if the game has trains crashing into each other as a mechanic. But there we go, that seems pretty great. Now, even if you're driving along here and you go, oh Christ, I need to be 3 lanes to the left, you can go choo-choo, and maybe you want to stop and get some more lubricant, choo-choo, choo-choo, and suddenly you're over here. Wonderful. Oh, you wish. You'll probably just get a bunch of train stuck errors. I'll be the judge of that. Anyway, time for some trains. We've got to connect these. Oh my god, all I have is the Grasshopper. The Grasshopper has 11% tractive power, 58% acceleration. The passengers seem to love it for some reason. And it's very reliable. Well, sure. If that's all we got, that's all we got. Let's buy ourselves a train and set up a rail line for it. Keep it nice and simple. Washington, Baltimore, done. And I'm going to need 3 more trains. Given how slow they move, probably need a bunch of them. So can I just go purchase... Oh no, I probably need to do this one at a time. Oh, no, I can go. And purchase again. Replace. No, not replace. I want to purchase more of them. Back. Okay, it's probably good. Good to set up my rail lines per train before moving on to making a new one. New train, new locomotive, get it, and then set up the rail line. That's right, we're not giving Washington anything. Although maybe, and I still don't have a feel for how this works, maybe when we dump all the vegetables in Baltimore, they'll have too many vegetables, and then Washington will buy the excess from Baltimore. I don't know if it works that way. It's how it would work if I was doing this in Patrician. If I had a boat set to pick up all these vegetables and drop it off in Baltimore, and another boat that went back and forth auto-buying and selling between them, they would take the excess. And given that it's a game made by the same developers, forgive me for anticipating that it'll work the same way. Otherwise, you'd have to have a massive spoke-filled network of lots of trains to lots of different cities. Now, maybe that's the intention, but it's not what I'm seeing in my head. Oh my, already being offered
Look, to
connect
clear,
you up.
I have nothing against strangers. Some of my best friends are strangers. But you're not from here, and New York is my city. That's where I do business. I say when the trains roll, where they're going, and why. As long as you don't get in my way, everything will be A-okay between us.
Oh, I'm glad to
The
hear
bigger a
that.
city gets, the greater its demands get too. At some point, the goods from the immediate area will no longer be enough. That's where the railroad comes in handy. Now select Baltimore to take a closer look at the city.
I could, but I could also admire my lovely train station at work. Well, it barely looks any different from Dice train station. Baltimore, sure. Tell me more.
Baltimore, where the headquarters of our firm is located, has a large clothing industry. The city therefore needs a constant supply of fabrics. In New York, on the other hand, the fashion-conscious customers are waiting for deliveries of ready-tailored goods. Lay a rail
good for
line
them.
between Baltimore and New York, so that the clothing produced in Baltimore can be delivered to New York.
But this only raises further questions. Where am I going to get my cloth from? Cloth is produced from cotton, probably. New York, do you produce cloth? No, you produce what looks like furniture and... Oh, hey, that's quite nice. Wood to lumber, lumber to furniture. Very nice, but who is going to make cloth? Dunno. Pittsburgh. Ooh, Pittsburgh makes cloth. Probably big money to be had there. Alright, well, let's go and cheese off our friend here by making our own train station. And, ooh, how's this going to connect up, actually? Oh, it's not going to be pretty. It's almost certainly not going to be pretty. I'd like it to kind of go past Nolan Breeding here, because the line's already set up like that, but... You gonna let me build anything here? Can't do small, can't do train station... Oh, can I? Yeah, I can. I just need to be a bit closer. A lot closer, actually. He's not gonna like this. When do the trains happen? We've already got trains. They are running along, making me juicy profits, probably. One hopes, at least. New York. Overall, this is going to be expensive, and I don't like expensive. Oh well. Just to force demolish all these poor people in New York. Shift, and there we go. Rotate it with a bit more accuracy.
What are you doing with this station here? I'm already here.
It's a real shame for you. Hopefully the rivals aren't quite as horrible as in Patrician. They were quite horrible. Holy moly, that's $500,000 to make this route. Bridging over this. Oh my days, that is a ton of bridging. Whoa, okay. Perhaps we can do it cheaper if we take this less arduous route. I'm not getting my parallel track bonus here, but I could. Suddenly this is going to have 3 trains running along it, which could represent a problem. Yeah, geez, and just like that, I'm not quite sure how I want to handle this. I reckon I could come into here and then connect you up. Oh, no, that didn't cut it. What was delete track point again? Oh dear. Okay, right. Back to the drawing board on that one. You could tunnel under it. I'm quite certain that would also be rather expensive. Right, my grand master plan here is thus. You ever going to connect up on this side? Doesn't like that. Doesn't like that at all. It's a shame. Can I not have this kind of split 3 ways then? No, it doesn't like that one bit. Tunnel more expensive the longer it is. A smaller tunnel should not be that bad. Nah. There's some a bit confused about though. I guess it just doesn't like coming out that tightly. I'm gonna try again though. Oh, well, didn't like that at all. Fair enough, fair enough. It doesn't change the fact that I need this in 3 ways. So what I could also do is just have this part split off once more. And just make another parallel over here. And then have them... Oh, well, no, you'd probably need to merge into this, wouldn't you? Would you? I'd need another signal here probably to split them up like so. Like I said, it took me long enough to figure out Factorio trains. And this is just asking for a whole lot more. How do I delete just the one part? I had it before, now I don't. Shift thing to remove track point. Okay. Alright, how about that then? Now I can stack them all right up here. Probably need a signalator there. Yeah, probably need more. So you won't go if this one's full. Well, hopefully that works. I can totally see it not working though. And what about this part, huh? Well, who knows and who cares. If they have problems, I'll go and address them. Ah, and once again, I should set up my railways for it. New train, locomotive, the good old grasshopper. Go from New York to Baltimore.
I'll let you get on with your responsibilities. Stay alert. I will check on your progress from time to time.
Do it like an open TTD, just level the entire mountain. I don't think terraforming is an option here, sadly. What do we pick? Ooh, passengers! People want out of New York. I can understand that. What I can't understand are the people who, you know, it's their dream to have their tiny little pod area in New York City. Maybe it's one of those stars in their eyes kind of thing. Anyway, let's ride along with the choo-choo machine here. Gotta figure out a way to open up the view here. It's so constrained. Well, this is pretty comfy. It would be a bit comfier if we were able to view it with a bit more freedom. What a cool little engine that is. And I imagine it'd be quite fun standing there. It's only going 24 kilometers an hour, but standing there, that must feel quite fast. How fun. Oh man, there's a complete lack of signaling there. That is a mistake on my part. Maybe, just maybe, I should change that. There you go. Enjoy your signals. I don't think Baltimore is an upgrade from New York, though. Oh wow, it just goes solo. Can it go really fast like that, or is it still capping out at 24? 26 kilometers per hour. What a world. Was that last signal right? I don't know, and I don't particularly care. I don't force a track to be in a certain direction unless I set them down with shift, and I didn't, so it's probably okay. Ooh, it's one rickety old railway. I hope these passengers are paying top dollar to get out of New York City. They should. Well, they're paying dollar. Not sure about top, but I'll take it. And just like that, we connected this, we set up our 3 rural businesses. Connect Baltimore and Pittsburgh. Deliver cotton to Pittsburgh and clothing to New York. Well, you should be full up with clothing. Yeah, so New York's going to get its clothing. That one will be done in a jiffy. Cotton to Pittsburgh and Baltimore to Pittsburgh. Where was Pittsburgh? Your Pittsburgh. It needs cloth for a clothing industry. You should start building a line from here. Does it get enough cloth from the nearby area? Cloth is delivered to Pittsburgh from here. If you want to take over these deliveries, you must build a railroad line. Yeah, but how much does it get normally? It's all transported by coach. I think it's still going to get it by coach. It's just that we could make the money off of that if we were providing them a rail service. How about that? Okay, how about we get you connected up then? We have the capital. I can make it happen. But I'm running a little low on money. Ooh, also... everywhere goes to Baltimore right now. In fact, Baltimore seems like the main focus. And Baltimore has a large train station. So, nothing to worry about. And I've got refueling there and refueling here. So, let's just keep it nice and simple. The KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid. Fun little jingle playing right now, but this is not a music-heavy game. There we go. Let's just demolish a big chunk of Pittsburgh. So, my fellow Americans in chat, can you tell us some lovely trivia about Pittsburgh? Also, how in God's name do I get through all this? Tunneling is oh man, it is so expensive to link this up. I don't like Pittsburgh anymore. Fun fact, Jake, there are no fun facts about Pittsburgh. Can't be that bad, can it? Everywhere's got something going for it. Okay, you don't deserve my train station, you're too expensive. Yeah, a long way around is probably for the better here. Could go south around here. This mountain's got to end eventually. Not really. How about top side? Can we go up through all this? I don't want another artery coming in through here. I guess it'd be a vein. Don't want another vein coming in through here. It's rough enough as it is. Pittsburgh is iffy. Now Philadelphia, there's a truce. Oh, come on, Doc. Get real. How in God's name do we have a good way through all this? I could connect you guys together. Bit of a waste of money, but it makes it look better. Contour lines on to sea terrain. Do we have contour lines available? I'm sure that was an option that I saw earlier. Options, graphics, gameplay, contour lines. Contour lines on, please. Oh, gee. I can see why I don't want to get through this. However, look at this wee place. Suddenly, doesn't look so rough now, does it? Yeah. Seems about my only option for getting into Pittsburgh without bankrupting the company. Very well, Pittsburgh. Really though, nobody can tell me anything interesting about Pittsburgh? There's not a real American among you. Am I going to want to use that part? I might want to hook up some other stuff in the bottom here so Pittsburgh can enjoy that connection. Well, that's more affordable. It's also all over the place. There's got to be a better way. Like, I could probably straighten this to get through that a whole lot better. I don't like it, so we're doing it over. Getting up here is fairly natural. Getting along here, also fairly natural. Try and avoid that contour as well. And then round you go. I feel like this is considerably more expensive than the last one. The last one was like 200,000 and this is a whole lot more. You can move the cones without doing anything. Whoa. And I'm just succeeding in making it more expensive. Oh, well, no, we're cutting down on costs here substantially. Wow, tight turns like that are cheap. That bridge, though, is no so cheap. The moment it turns into bridge is the moment it becomes too expensive. Could we somehow, maybe, not pay for a bridge? Whoa, something seems to have vanished here. We have no choice, you're going to have to link up with there. The question of how, though. Gotta be a cheaper way. Whoa, where are these things all coming from? Get rid of you. Get rid of you. Come on, you meant to connect up there. Oh, suddenly doesn't like connecting up there. I see, I see. Well, it doesn't matter what you like or don't like. I'm telling you to do it. Oh, this is getting more awkward by the moment. I had it at a good price, and then I got greedy. And now it's oh. Come on, under 200,000. Enter full haggle mode. We do something really nice around here that suddenly makes it cheaper. And then I went and spoilt it all. Where's that undo button when I need it? Jake, maybe adjust the height. Shift and scroll adjusts the height. There we go. We can make an aqueduct instead of a train line. Ooh, I shouldn't be trusted with this. I should really not be trusted with this. I was so close to having something borderline affordable. Now look at this. Alright, these have got to go. I've done nothing but ruin it from here. It was kind of fine when it was here. Now. Still. Right, I think the problem is that it's going down quite the hill here, and it doesn't like going down quite the hill here. I can do something like that. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention to these contour lines at all. Come on, you're so close to being my idea of affordable. If only I could get that nice cheap right turn there. Well, maybe. Maybe. I'm not satisfied unless it's cheaper than 200 grand. I'm not made of money here. And ooh. There's a bridge in the mountain range as well. You should be able to fine-tune it. Oh yeah, we've got a bridge going on here. Well, that can't be right, can it? There we go. Let's just trim away that bridge. It looks like making a bunch of points is key to making things a lot cheaper then. Okay. Great. Don't mind me if I pocket the excess, but I want to pocket the excess. Looking great. Now let's connect you up. This has cost me a lot of money. Simple line, Pittsburgh, Baltimore, make it so. This is so super efficient, says Urkran. I wouldn't say that's what I'm known for when it comes to making trains. I want to enjoy this journey. I just wish I could enjoy it with a greater range of motion. I wouldn't mind being here looking straight forward, but this is the range of how far we can look around here. And if I want to look forward, I have to do it from this view, which blocks out the train. I can't help but feel that they've shot themselves in the foot here. Well, I'm the one that's feeling the foot shooting. You're missing some towers and maintenance depots. I'm not so sure about that.
With your rail line, you will be making a considerable contribution to the growth of the industry. Everyone profits from that.
But we profit the most, right? I don't think you should be able to see the frontal cone behind a steam engine. Not about being able to or not, I want to. Closest thing we have is doing something like this, which is okay, but not quite close enough, and I still can't angle it steeper than this. 18 kilometers per hour, rough.
You could hire train crews in the staff dialogue window. Then you'll need to view the train details of the selected train to assign the staff to it. Now,
as for
details
supply tower, I got one
most
here that should
important
catch everything that comes in.
and assign an engineer and a stoker to it.
This is something I haven't done yet, have I? Let's try adding some staff. Manage the train, add the personnel, give it an engineer. Wait, they want me to pay them? Ooh, not sure I like the look of that. Reduces maintenance. That sounds pretty good, actually. I hope you live forever. There we go. What else can we do for you? A stoker? Crafty stoker? Maximum speed? Recruitment cost? They have ongoing costs, so that I wonder. This looks like ongoing cost. Conscientious guy here. Profit from transportation of mail. We don't really transport mail. Whatever, let's just jack it up with everything we've got. No security, though.
You don't have first call on cities, farms, or mines. Of course, your transport income will fall if your competitors connect these to their rail networks. Tracks, locomotives, buildings, and cash all increase the value of your company. And the higher this is, the higher the price of your company stocks.
Boy, that is quite the incline. Ah, we still ended up having a bridge. Think of the savings we could have had if we didn't bridge this.
Just as other companies buy stocks from you, you were able to buy some from them. If you do that, you will profit from the success of your competitors. You should buy stocks via the company dialogue window now.
Really? I mean, I did blow a lot of money on Pittsburgh. This is kind of cool. Baltimore is just suckling all of the fruits of labor out of every other city. And is growing rampantly for it. Leaf spring suspension. Increase the number of passengers in every city For your company as a station by 5 per... Slow down, game. I'm trying to see what's going on. Starting bid... Next bid stands... yeah, throw all the money in. Marvin Branacht's taking over. Yeah, chew on that, competition.
Why
We win.
are you getting in my way again?
Is that going to be good? I don't know. I don't know if it's permanent, but we got it. Also, have I been doing my research? Profits of mail. More passengers. Transportation free. Well, we do a lot of freight, so let's go and get that. Okay. So, here are my competitors. And we should buy out Beatrix von Pomp. Oh, but her company's value is huge. I'm going to buy 1 share.
You can have a few crumbs of my success.
Oh, thank you.
This should stay just between us, as it's, well, not entirely legal. But we need to keep all of our options open. A saboteur has applied for a job with you. If you send him to one of your competitors, he will make trouble for them. This can also cause their stock price to fall. You don't have to deploy saboteurs to do better than your competitors. You could deal with them in a more classy and legal way. Take a look at which routes are more lucrative and will ensure you become the most important transporter there.
Well, that seems a lot to consider when there's so much land. Oh boy, did somebody really set up near me? Indian Resettlement Bill passed. Long disputed act on resettlement of Indian tribes east of the Mississippi comes into force. The government now has the power to carry out negotiations with affected tribes about their voluntary resettlement. Oh my.
By the way, your competitor, Don Lorenzo, is a bit of a gang boss. You can imagine that he has good connections to bandits and saboteurs. So it's much easier for him to deploy such characters.
Horrible man. Look at that, bridging over my railway. And he's using parallel lines here. How dare he? What's he transporting? Passengers and mail? No, surely not. Whoa, Cribbins, he's ruining New York. Well, insofar as that can be done. Up to Albany. The jokes write themselves. I haven't delivered any cotton to Pittsburgh. Oh, that's right, because I need to set this. It just seems like a bit of a waste to make a railway line for that. But it's not expensive, so I guess it's no big deal. There you go. And here you go. Nice and simple. Yeah, it's unlikely these people will come to smash into each other, but you will likely need a maintenance building here. And you're almost certainly going to need some sort of supplies. There you go. Let's get you locomotived up. Must have been such a huge financial risk and undertaking to get these railways set up, especially in the early days with no guarantee of success. There we go, pick that cotton and send it over to Pittsburgh. That bridge in New York City. Oh me, oh my. What is the AI doing? Well, probably a better, more authoritative job than me with that. So about this saboteur. His name is Noah Jameson. He costs a lot of money. I don't want to give him that money, and it's not on my task.
You should have learned the most important aspects of your position by now. I'll let you get on with your responsibilities. Stay alert. I will check on your progress from time to time.
How nice of you. What do the starred ones mean? Heavens knows. The cotton will be delivered, the clothes will be delivered, those aren't a concern. Toledo? Wait, they put a Toledo in America as well? Wasn't one enough? Where's Toledo? Knoxville, Augusta, Jacksonville, Montgomery, Knoxville. Oh, here's Toledo. And you want me to link up Toledo
Your
with where?
place. Anyone can get in and out, and you're none the wiser.
My leaf spring suspension was stolen? Did they actually take it from me or just learn it? Well, it seems like I had it. That's probably fine. Toledo is in the inescapable wastelands of Ohio. Ohio is potato country, right? New industry, big bonus. Yeah, nah, forget that. They put Toledo where Cleveland is. I'm upset. Wouldn't claim to know, certainly wouldn't claim to care. Everything gets funneled into Baltimore here. Wow, there's information galore. Increasing demand. Demand for imported milk has been reduced because the maximum stock level has been reached. Industry, quality goods, demand in other cities. Whenever train is here, mail and passengers are unloaded. The rising number represents the... yeah, good for them. Baltimore only has 55% fulfillment of demand, which is actually quite low. It means it's not going to be an upswing. Nothing is unloaded at rural train station. The only active... yeah, I get that. Train that stops at this signal could be pushed into a switch in front of it, therefore blocking the train route. Could be pushed into the switch in front of it. You were probably waiting for a long time for somebody to come along here. I don't like the route that I've set up here at all. No siree, I do not like train tracks being used both ways at all. It's just not right. Don't tell me you're coming to a stop here because someone's there. Would you keep moving if I put a signal in here? No. Well, man can dream. Yeah, I think I've got things going horribly inefficiently here. Should have had them be... oh, I wonder if I can make roundabouts in this like I do in Factorio for my railways. Because yeah, anybody around here is going to be waiting for an uncomfortably long time for most things. Especially since now that you're in here, you're going to have to wait for you coming all the way out again before they can come and do anything. That's really bad. Really, really bad. And I don't have a good idea. Never cheap out on double tracks, says Raw Reef. Yeah, I'm feeling that now. I cheaped out and now I'm feeling the pain. I should have had single direction tracks. And now any train coming in here is going to be waiting a long time. But at least they do work. So assuming that the game is generous enough with what it gives you, it should be okay. How are you still not moving? Surely the way is as clear as it'll ever be. Okay, there we go. You're moving now. You already have double tracks there. Just connect both lines. A tempting proposition. Very tempting. But I can't see it in my mind's eye, so forget about it. Baltimore and Toledo. Wait, I need to reach a value of $20 million? That's going to be a tall order. And buying in 20% of someone else's. And a huge population in Baltimore. This game asks a lot from me, but a lot I shall deliver. Even if it means connecting up Toledo. So I smack down something for Toledo, I bring it in. I probably connect it up with this. I'll still cheap out of my single lines, sadly. Well, unless I connect you through one of these. Could do that, but I could also not. I'll pass. I don't care about doing so good for Toledo. All that matters is that Toledo does good for me. How are we going to do this? The contours. Yeah, whatever. Down you go. Suddenly looking very expensive the moment that I want to go through this stuff. There we go. Just like that.
A big dream has become reality. Baltimore now has a direct connection to the Great Lakes. This will speed up the trade of goods and help bring more prosperity to the city.
And we do like prosperity. Much better measure of a Caesar III city than culture. There you go. Just Toledo and Baltimore. Baltimore's all we care about. Bring everyone we can there. And our little bypass here. Perhaps I'll even give it a supply tower. That's how nice I am. And signal it up. There you go. Well, not once has the game moaned at me for any train being stuck, so I dare say I'm doing a fantastic job. It's a lie, but someone will believe it.
One day the railroad will reach all the way to the West Coast. Every day, huge crowds of people set out to cross the entire country, and the trains will continue to get faster. Don't look at me like that. We can't stop progress.
Don't tempt me. The creation of the American West Coast has been the greatest tragedy of mankind. So, choo-choo, along you go. How's my company value? Well, it's almost hitting 3 million. And in fact, since this is going to be done soon enough, and this will be done eventually, I don't really have too much to worry about. I should try that espionage thing, though. So, who are we looking to buy out 20% of? Probably the cheapest company out there. Who's not worth a lot? Don Lorenzo's actually not worth that much. Not worth that much at all. King of the rails, he says. So let's get ourselves a... Was it a spy who did that stuff? Steals technology? No. Takes over a competitor's train and either robs the passengers or steals the mail. Steals the mail. Is that good? I don't know. We'll try it though. Hit up, Don Lorenzo was the guy, right? Next train that comes close to the city in the near future will be robbed. Yeah, let's rob New York. Sorry, Don, but business is business. Oh, Baltimore takes critical stance. Grievances. Baltimore and Ohio is not having an easy time. That's us. Oh, that's not good. Volume of mail in decline. Series of da-da-da-da-da.
It
Probably
was
not
about
important.
time someone took a good look at your hovel.
What are you on about? So if he's eating up all the grain, could I also eat up all the grain, I wonder? Possibly. It's hard to get a feel for what people need or should get around here. This business produces goods that are required by Pittsburgh. Didn't I already give you a railway line? I'm quite certain that I did.
Where did you get that bandit? He's bordering on insulting.
Oh. Well, he didn't quite cut the mustard, did he? Ah, now here we go. We do have someone going back and forth into Pittsburgh. Random breakdown. Go figure. No depots, no maintenance shed. I have supply towers and I have maintenance sheds. We've got some big things going on here. Warehouse and signaling control. A little unsure on what all that's going to be, so it's probably not important. In the personnel dialogue window, you can hire employees, but they won't wait forever for a job. You have to hire trained professionals and assign them to a train. Yeah. Select a track to view trains in a section. Ooh. I can find all these people who are stuck. Just stuck and waiting. Signals at switches. Stop signals prevent conflicts by yielding. Second train waits until they're... Yeah, but we're kind of doing that. But I'm just this is just something to teach me. Never skimp out on dual rails. Just do it. It's a shame though that the savings aren't there unless you're doing a bridge. I can't understand why building a third one of these would be as expensive as doing the first one. Boom. Baltimore. If I want Baltimore to grow, I'm going to need to deliver more of their demands, because it's not really growing at all here. In fact, it's far from going up. What do you want that you're not getting, though? That's a shame the hotkeys for game speed don't work when we're in here. Well, we can see that they don't have any sugar or cloth or fruits, and their clothing is going away, and very little grain or corn. So I should definitely feed these poor people. New York grows. How dare you. Okay, well, I should definitely link them up with some food and stuff. I got some wood down here, some sugar down here.
Did you know that I am speaking in Washington on behalf of some Indian tribes? They have granted me the title of Hiwa Nob, which means the benevolent one.
I'm not so sure about that. Okay. I mean, I see something that I want to do. I want to get these rural thingamajiggers over to Baltimore. Great. But I just can't quite, in my head, figure out how I'd want the railway set up. Maybe I should try thinking really hard. There's an overlay to quickly check demand in the top left corner. An overlay. Flow of goods. Night mode? Ooh. List of trains, cities, buildings. There's good old Balti. Stations, businesses, cities, how cute. And I've not been spending my innovation points, so I should consider that. Power my locomotives? Bring me power. What else can you get me? Yeah, well, I'm sure we're going to be delivering some mail, so we'll have that as well, please. Yeah, I think I'll do this the Factorio way. By the way, how much is it going to cost me to bridge over all this stuff? Too much. Too much is the answer. Can we take a significantly cheaper route here? It does look cheaper. We want our sweet sugar. Still a bit pricey, but we'll take it.
Shouldn't you also leave a bit of room for more efficient rail systems?
I hope you're not talking about you there. Let's see, that's on the right-hand side. Connect you up, why not? So, we have to make a decision here. Are we going to be left-hand driving or right-hand driving? I think the true way of doing it for trains is left-hand. So I'd have you come along this way, and then have you come back out on this other way. There we go, look at that lovely parallel track bonus. Ka-ching. Left-hand drive, please. It's the only way to do it. We'll set up a bunch of signals. This feels like placing benches and bins in Roller Coaster Tycoon 2, of course. Alright, let's get our cheap crap locomotive going, because we don't know how to research better ones. And get moving. So is this going to work straight away? Certainly going to stock up on all that sweet sugar, that white gold. And good, you're taking the direction that I want you to take. Now, let's get a little bit more complex and add another one to you. Ooh, those contours. I wonder if I'd be faster just clipping in this way. Maybe. Possibly. Probably. Let's start by finding out. Okay, what if we just plow on through like this? How would you like that? Cost me like 100,000. How much of that is going over the... Whoa, okay, it's pretty much all on the bridge. I don't like... Wait, no, this is bridging. Ooh, he doesn't like it. What if I did something like... that? Suddenly a lot cheaper, and a bit longer, but okay. Now I don't mind this only being one thing, because it's just feeding into... Oh no, it is a problem, because it needs to feed out of it as well. But that's also not the biggest problem, because what I can do is have this... Can I not do this? Well, evidently not, but why not? Didn't you want to go to Baltimore? I did. Are you telling me I didn't go to Baltimore? No, I probably went to Washington, didn't I? Ooh. Nobody deserves to go to Washington. Alright, Smith Farm train station thing. Manage rail line. Kill Washington and add Baltimore. Thank you. You saved us from making a terrible mistake. Make it parallel first, then join them. Like so. Now, if this works the way that I imagine it'll work... Oh god, I don't even need to make any additions to it. It automatically works the way I want with the signals I've put in. Ah. Sasuga Railway Empire. Well, that's a pleasant surprise. Or I'm misunderstanding the situation, but that doesn't stop it being a pleasant surprise. There we go. Sorry, Washington, but we just don't care about you. Everything must flow into Baltimore. Do they even want this wood in Baltimore? Washington will only want milk for their cheese. But everybody wants wood, right? Yeah... Well, they have some wood, but they can have some more wood. I just need Baltimore to grow, because it's currently not growing. I imagine a big part of that is that they're not getting grain. And I could bring in this grain, that wouldn't be a problem. The wire told me that Baltimore used to be important as a port. I didn't want to know what your fancy books tell you. I want to know what you know. So now I would like to get this corn over there as well, because the people of Baltimore need to eat. Maybe I could bring them this grain. It wouldn't be the biggest thing to just smack that grain over to this route. Actually, it might be a bit of a problem, given this is turning into less of an offshoot and more of a bigger thing for my economy. Which I'm not too chuffed about. Baltimore's called Murder more for a reason? Is it because of all the crows? Okay, screw that place. I'm getting this corn over here. This game has some interesting 4X applications here. You want to reach out and expand and grab all this stuff before your competitors do. Now, how well can you get over here? That's some expensive bridging, and I don't like it. That's some mega expensive bridging. Could we limit the bridging, please? Considerably. Good, good. I think murderizing all the trees isn't such a big problem. Okay. How am I gonna connect you up here, though? Couldn't I just do something like this? Is that gonna work? It's warning me about problems with it, but how about we just assume it'll work and go for that? Hey, there we go. It's all flowing out just the way we want it. I dare say the only thing we could really want here is a signal just to cut that up a bit. What is your problem? Oh, your problem is the game is paused. Alright, we'll celebrate with all these things we've built and all the money we've spent by enjoying this ride over this crummy bridge we built. The warning is just about spacing. Well, that's okay, because I don't play fighting games. Trains running between cities carry freights and... Okay, goodbye. You didn't buy the train for the grain. There's always some party pooper. Every party needs one, that's why we invite you. Okay, let's get another one of these crummy grasshoppers. I'd like to get a new kind of train eventually. Lee's Farm. Ignore Washington, people there don't need to be fed. Just bring everything you can over to Baltimore, please. Something isn't right here. Something's really not right with this. And it's probably thus. Okay, well then. Let's ensure that the moment they're outside of Baltimore, these things go the direction that we dictate they must. There you go. How you like that then? Well, just keep going forward anyway. It doesn't know what to do. Smith Farm cannot be reached. You'll figure it out. That was the wrong way, wasn't it? Maybe. Oh, this has become right-hand drive now, hasn't it? Whoopsie doodle. So, how do we switch you? That's how we do it. Perfect. Here's the thing, my Factorio setup is all with right-hand drive. Terrible, but you can't fix it without redoing everything. Sometimes I wonder if I should just redo everything in my big Factorio save. I haven't touched it in months. Probably means I'll never touch it again. It's just nice to load up every now and then and watch the glorious industriousness that I've got. Okay, can I get this yet? I want a new train. The John Bull. John Bull is all mine.
You have a new toy.
I do. I really do. I think I preferred the antagonists in Patrician. Lewis Preserve, near Pittsburgh. Lewis has gotten in touch with you. There are difficulties. They're looking for an investor. Would I like to take over the business? But it's bleeding miles away. Well, not really. There's Pittsburgh. But I don't really. No thanks. Also, that was Lewis Preserve. I don't know why I went over to John's Manor. I don't know anything about owning businesses. Maybe you can expand them easier. Maybe you get more profits off of it. I don't know. So maybe it's a good deal. Maybe it's not. But I'm sure the games campaign will unload that information on me at some point.
I wanted to tell you, I got something for you.
Ooh, thanks. Is it something nice? Two trains cannot start their journey. Really? I'm not seeing any real warning things. Yeah, they're probably just waiting for things to open up here. Increase the number of passengers in every city where your company is stationed by 5%. Oh, so I guess we buy this kind of innovation. Well, it seems like a really cheap way to do it, and we don't have to wait to get the points for it.
Why are you getting in my way again?
It's just what I do. I mean, look at what you've done to the poor residents of New York. I like to think my train station's in a reasonably sensible place here. And he's just going all over the way. What am I even stealing from New York right now? People and their mail. Baltimore, for God's sake, could you please start growing? I need you at... Oh, it's only 100,000 that I need. Felt like I needed 200,000, but no, it's 20 million that I need. Young! No, Young. Your failure of business is yours to deal with. Alright, so things aren't really optimal here. But I've learned some important lessons about building my trains the way I would in Factorio. Oh, that's cute. They're animated as well. Oh my goodness. Bandits have taken over the train Washington to Baltimore and robbed the mail. I guess this is what they had for us. Do you want to pay compensation to not I'm not paying that much money.
And the bandit wasn't even expensive.
It angers me that to this day, nobody has erected a memorial to our founding father, George Washington. I hope that the disputes about it will be over someday, and I'll be the first to make a donation towards it.
Ah, very nice. Really? Did they not want to erect anything for George Washington? I thought America idolized the man. Connection bonus. That's a huge connection bonus for doing very little. The downside is this guy's in my way. I'd have to bridge over it to get things over here no matter how you cut it. Unless... See that? Just about does it, but not quite. Too little space for a station. I'll be the judge of that. Oh, you are really a piece of work. That's rough. I'd have to build a large train station to be in range of it, or put a small one here and bridge over that into my own station in New York. I don't particularly want to do anything for these people, but where there's money being offered, I will be here to take advantage. That ain't too bad, going under. But what if we go over? How much over do we have to go anyway? There you go. I've connected you up. Now I don't necessarily need to give you anything, but New York loves lumber, so it makes a lot of sense for me to actually give it a crummy little train. I will give it the crummy one though. There's no point forking out for... Oh yeah, Crevens is almost twice the price. No thank you. There we go. The generosity of me to you, New York. The young family looks... They ook at me for help, not even looking. Washington was very keen on not being treated as special. We failed at that, didn't he? America's got this weird thing. It's like they don't like the monarchy, but they idolize their politicians. Very strange. Whoa! That's some power. I'm amazed they can even stop in time at... Alright, do we have a way to turn off these newspapers? Is it what the reports of competitors are? Is it the reports thing? No, that's already off. There you go. 17 grand just like that. And they paid me so much just to set this line up. Well, very good. Meat industry in Baltimore. The industry has experienced a downturn. An investor who can take it over and whip it into shape. There will be no auction. Ho ho, that's my kind of auction. Give it to me. Alright, Baltimore, your meat fest is mine. Oh, jeez. There's got to be a way to get rid of these things. Look at the top of the list of options. Game hints. Ah, newspapers. Oh. We'll keep this thing on then. It's like the Victoria 2 newspaper's cool for about 5 times, and then how do I disable this?
What can I do if your employees can't resist my candy?
Please leave. Okay, Baltimore, your meat is mine, but what does this mean? It means I need more cattle brought in. But can I do anything with it? What do I gain by owning this industry? There was surely something that told me about that. Economy, industry, up to 3 industries per city depending on its size. Higher quality goods requires raw materials, basic goods, industrial pre-products. If an industry always succeeds in selling all the goods it produces because it's well linked, it can grow and reach 10 times its production capacity. City's industry can only be established if the corresponding good is for... Okay, so what do I get by owning it? I don't know. You gain the knowledge that no one else can have it. That can be useful. Trouble is... Oh wow, this leather isn't being exported, which is a shame. Is the implication that I need another train that heads out of here? Also, what's your problem? Your problem is the game is paused. Okay, usual problem. To be fair, I think I've only got Baltimore linked up with New York and wow, not even to Norfolk. I could consider linking you up to Norfolk, just so we have somewhere to export these shoes to. Do you want shoes? Nah, they're not interested in shoes. Oh well, those shoes just sit idle then. Wait, did I not link up this cattle place? It's right there, and we need cattle in Baltimore. How could I be so blind? I definitely shouldn't have skimped on 2 rails coming through here. I could take this rail and have it go parallel with you, and then I could use this as a nice choke point for bringing in... Ooh, grain. Don't you want more grain in Baltimore? How hungry are you guys? Oh, you are so hungry. Okay, that decides it then. Big change for the rails. You can't do that? What is your problem? It looks fine until it's not. Oh dear, oh dear. Even if I pay the extra, it really does not want to do this. Okay, that should surely be okay. More skimping out on the double lines for us. I've learnt a valuable lesson. Could I please get rid of... Ooh, I don't want to get rid of the whole thing. It's pretty good. So how do I get rid of some of you? Shift, click to... Get rid of that then. Then I can continue my track construction. Oh, well, maybe I should buy this stuff first. Continue my track construction. Uh-oh. Further mistakes have been made. Wait, where'd it go? Alright, let's try it this way. You're the pre-existing, you get to enjoy that. Pre-exister's privilege. And this is the second part of the railway. This is probably costing me everything I got. It's certainly costing me too much, however you look at it. Okay, great. That's... oh, that's not great. That is, though. Now I certainly don't like the way this thing splits up, so it comes out this way. Ah, well, whatever. So you can come out to that way, You can even go out to that way. Oh, but you don't like crossing over multiple tracks there, do you? No, no you don't. But it should be fine if it all just kind of merges together like so, surely? There we go, nobody's going to mind all that nonsense. Means anybody coming in through this way can go la-di-da-di-da and split off over there. And anybody coming back can come up through this way. A wonderful solution to a less than wonderful problem. But I still want that grain. And didn't I want you as well? I think I did. Glorious. Let me shove you here. I don't want to overthink it. And I will forget this unless I do it swiftly. Let's buy ourselves a new loco. Would I even want you? You are nice and fast and better in every conceivable way, but you are expensive. Ah, let's just pay the extra and go for it. Ooh, no, not that. I need to get rid of what I'm staring at here. And say no. New train, new locomotive. The John Bull. The JB's in town. Connecting up Hill Cattle with Baltimore. Bada bing, bada boom. And now another wee station here to get some grain, some much needed grain.
So you think that is a good idea?
I think it's a great idea, because it's my idea. So you come in here and you can link up with both of them.
Congratulations. You're doing some excellent work.
I
And
know
your
I am.
company has greatly increased in value, just as I had hoped it would.
There we go. Now there's something. Something really good. But it could be made slightly better. I've already got my supply thingamajigger here. Oh yeah, I should also get my new train going. This needs to turn a profit pretty fast, because I am burning my dosh. But I'm here to feed Baltimore. Left-hand drive. There we go. And I probably need multiple signals like that, just because it's... I don't know. It chops it up into pieces, doesn't it? So that's good, that's good. Good old left-hand driving, and then it'll swish its way right into here. More support, more supply over there if it needs it. Alright, get to work. Control-click to place signals automatically. What do you mean by this? Also, I should almost certainly have some signals going on here. Multi-signal mode? Ooh. How many multi-signals does that make, I wonder? Well, is it going to let you out now? Come on, you should be moving. You got places to be.
My brother spent some time in England. His accounts of how the railroad is used in mining there fascinated me. However, in America, we have considerably greater distances to overcome. A mammoth task.
Yeah, but you got tons of resources. You recently acquired this industry. And now I'm actually giving it cattle. What a world we live in. Utilization bouncing up and down. I hope I don't have to pay for it. Purchase price was high. Profit. I really hope that's profit that I'm making just from it existing, rather than the profit I'm making from exports and such. Jake, Buffalo wants shoes. Well, they must want quite a lot of shoes, given that they've got 4 legs. Wait, they create shoes. I'm not sure they want shoes. Look at that, they've got a bunch of leather for export. Alright, Baltimore is on its way up, which is good. All I need to do is have a fat stack of money by 1845. buy one of your competitors. I'm not really sure I'm going to be drowning in them. Well, no, if I get the millions, I should be able to do that. Good old Baltimore. Yeah, once Baltimore reaches a certain size, there'll be demand for shoes. I think it was 75k?
Your
No, it's
station
already
was
there.
so
Sweet.
lonely. Now it has some company.
Wait, no, maybe that's not demand. It isn't demand. Okay, I don't know when it gets demand. What did you do to
So
me?
let's go with it. My headhunter has recruited an employee from you.
What does he mean by that? Mm, I don't like this agent stuff in the game. Feels a bit too removed from the logistical aspect. Can you buy out Guido so we don't have to hear him anymore? He's a bit too pricey for me to buy out, I'm afraid. If we look over at his company... Oh wow, their company value is big. Mine is not so big, and I don't have the liquid assets to buy them up so soon. And if I wanted to buy 20% of him, it's going to cost $500,000. How much money am I making? Probably not enough. I'd have to expand to be making more money. But I wonder if I just sit back and wait, will the money come in? Or do I seriously have to connect Norfolk? I don't want to, but it's probably a good idea. Maybe even connecting Buffalo. Ooh. I mean, look, Buffalo produce meat. It's the last thing I want coming into other places. It'd be fine if I was transporting passengers and mail. Probably a good thing to do, even. I'm just trying to find a way to talk myself out of it. Screw it. You better make this worth my while. Why can't I build my... Ah, here we go. It's got to be closer.
You're spreading out like a weed.
That's what I do. Don't know what I did or undid there. Here we go. What was it? Shift. No, hold. There we go. Hold it to move it. Okay. Don't like it at all. Start over. Basically, I just want you connected into here. I mean, neither of these are going to be going too often. I'm sure it'll be fine. Shouldn't keep anyone too delayed. Seems very forgiving. I mean, I'm obviously making a ton of mistakes here, but the game isn't brutalizing me for it. But maybe that's because I'm playing only the second level in the campaign. Nah, that's good. Passengers and mail. Great, because we don't want any of the crap that they're selling. We just want their people. Baltimore will absorb everybody. Looks like it's really sprawling out as well. Eat your heart out, New York City.
I believe that the railroad will democratize mobility. It is a means of transport that should be open to all people. Not only because it is profitable, no, but because it opens up people's eyes to the world.
Yeah, give it all to me.
Are you enjoying yourself? Don't invade my space.
There you go, have some signals. Will they help? I don't know, but you can have them anyway. Because they're free. They're not even free in Factorio. It would be nice to make my trains such that only the rich could afford them. We'll have to look into that. The masses shouldn't be allowed mobility. Gives them ideas. That's the last thing the masses should have. I trust you two are both filling up rather than just clogging up my lines here. Excellent. When does it show the direction of my trains? Yeah, who knows. Still, even though I paid to connect up Buffalo, my money's going up rather than down. I like that direction. Got veggies and corn around here. Oh, that's right, I linked up Toledo, didn't I? Did Toledo want food? They want both those foods. I should give it to them, I guess. Alright, Toledo, I'm not a monster. Let's expand your station out a bit. And even give you a maintenance building. And then let's give you... oh, fruits as well. Do you want fruits? The Spaniards like fruits. You can fuel your trains with the charred remains of the unwashed masses. That's a bit grim. This isn't Frostpunk. Well, they have some fruit, but I imagine that's because it's getting carted over here. I want the money for that for myself. Train station won't connect the two, but I bet a large one would. Yeah, how you like them apples? There might be such thing as too large here. Let's just get outrageous with it. Connect it all up like that and we'll be okay. Ah, the wrong side's in with this. Actually, why even bother? I bet one train can handle both of these. Which really means that this shouldn't be necessary at all. I just say, here's your new train. A single John Bull that just goes back and forth between here and here. There we go. Adds to my value and actually increases my dosh. Cost me a lot of money to do, but at least Toledo will get bigger and better, which will hopefully mean they'll produce more cloth. They don't really seem to be producing any cloth. If only I gave them this. It's only level 1, no workload. Probably because it's overstuffed with cotton. Stuffed. Alright, the things I do for profit. I'm kind of thinking that the end's in sight, so I'm not putting in the world's biggest amount of work and thinking through how I put these together. On top of that, though, you're not getting yourself a very nice train. You'll get an old grasshopper.
When I tell people about my plans for the railroad, they only see the problems. Laying the tracks, maintenance costs, labor costs. As if a fleet of stagecoaches were cheaper. And don't tell me these mountains of raw materials are supposed to be transported by horses.
Nothing wrong with horses. A detonator. Additional safety for subsequent trains. Reliable. Oh, right, I like them not breaking down all the time. And more reliability. This all sounds good. There we go. I don't like the random breakdowns. Profit is the greatest motivator for mankind. Didn't realize we had the Ferengi in chat. Wait, can I get even more? I got 120 points here. What could I enjoy for myself? Oh, we already have it. How do I know if I have it or not? Probably when it doesn't have the cost next to it. That's how I know I have it. The cow catcher. The power of the locomotive increases. Is power really the right word for that? Well, we've bumped up our value by 1 million fairly swiftly. The trouble is, so is Beatrix. We got more rail than her, so we're probably more important. And we own a bit of Beatrix. Public float. What does public float mean? I'm not really familiar with shareholding style things. It looks like you can't defensively buy out your own shares, though. I wonder if there's any point in buying small amounts of shares.
My spy informed me that you need to urgently clean up your research department. Those secret construction plans are lying all over the place.
I'm more interested in somebody that can lower the price of someone else's stock. Auction for a rural business or nah. It means Beatrice holds 5% of your company and the rest is held by the masses. I wonder what that means in terms of game. Well, game anything. Well, our value's going up, but not nearly as fast as I would like it. Okay, that was a fairly nice bump up. I wonder, do I get company value by buying out somebody else? Do we have value from shares? Yes, shares have value. Great. Well then, Don Lorenzo, prepare to have me sweep you out from under your feet.
If you own enough shares in your competitor, you can merge with them and incorporate their routes and buildings with yours. Your competitor will then be out of business for good.
Well, that sounds pretty good.
Well done. You now possess your first block of shares in a competitor.
Yeah, these
Go
sweet
on,
cheaper.
grab it. This increases the price of my fast trains.
Oh, right. You need a lot of cash to merge. But not too much. I mean, okay, it's the cost of buying them out completely. Now, something I heard was that since the AI uses simple trains, that is, trains that will happily drive into each other, I wonder if this is something we can see. Oh, never mind that. I actually have a problem of sorts. No, it's not a problem. It's Baltimore growing. It's a big problem. Oh, right. I don't have anything to top you up at all, do I? Right, well, in that case, I shall actually give you a maintenance building and give you a supply tower. Where can I fit such a supply tower? Right there! Everybody in New York has to smell the stench of lubricant and... well, sand doesn't have a smell. Oh my days, this is kind of painful to think about. How do I look at the train again? This train is out of water entirely. How it's even moving is beyond me.
You understand your craft, I must admit. I hope that we will fight over land and rails for a long time to come.
How cute. Oh, right, these people are also going to be lacking in things. Sawyer, away you go. I'm not interested. I have been neglecting my towers, though. This is true. I have one there. It'd be nice if I could have one for both of these, but they're not parallel rails. Probably cheaper to make them parallel rails, but they have other places to get their supplies, I think. Maybe. Yeah, they can get supplied over there, and I'm sure they eventually will. You, however, don't. Well, all adds to the company value. There you go. I always hate AI in games like this. They mess up my beautiful map with their derpy routes. I don't know, I think my routes are pretty derpy around here. Ooh, Syracuse seems to be an important site for a new colony. They produce beer. We like beer. Plowing ahead with this stuff. What else should I invest myself in? Parcel drops? Sure, why not? Marvin Branagh will have the parcel drop.
I wish I'd already taken you out.
You sure will. Right, deploy the cow catcher. More power. Well, we've almost got the population in Baltimore. The downside is waiting for our company value. Honestly, I'd like to move on to a new map than waiting for all of that. But the game does not proceed very quickly. Actually, it feels like it's slowing down
I'll
a bit.
think of something for you. You can be sure of that. Did you see
Sabotage.
what happened? Remember, this can happen again and again.
What could it be? What is sabotage? I'd like a bit more information than that. Who knows? What I do know, though, is that I can build additional factories here. I could build a brewery for Baltimore. I bet Baltimore would love some beer. Do they have access to grain? Kind of, but also kind of not. I thought I was bringing them grain. Well, it wouldn't be the first time I thought wrong. That's not grain, that's corn. Yeah, here we go. Steep incline, runs at minimal speed, use a powerful locomotive. You're using the most powerful locomotive I have. Quarry for coal. Does Baltimore even want coal? Could I make something with coal? Hard to say. Well, yeah, I can make tools, but then I'd need lumber, which I don't really have. But I think I get from New York. Ceramics with bricks, but I don't think I have bricks. I'm sure it's of no real consequence. Baltimore's doing fine. Oh, it's not doing fine. Fulfillment of demand is low.
For my friends on the East Coast, the Great Lakes are a long way away, and many of them never want to go there. This is because they have only just arrived in the New World. But think about their children. They won't want to spend their entire lives on the East Coast when a vast land of unimaginable possibilities lies before them.
Yeah, the one-track stretches are really doing me in at this point, but I certainly don't want to go through the effort of redoing everything. Even though that's probably a clever thing to do. You know how it is. I want this to tick up to 20 mil and be done. But I think the next map is gated behind beating this anyway, so I need to have a value of 20 million. Dairy or beer expand meat industry. So what does Baltimore have too much of? It makes quite a bit of leather. Can I make something with all this leather? No. No, I cannot. Could I increase the size of one of these things? One of the things I already have here. Probably not, because utilization is quite low. Well, this one seems to have grown a bit. Not seeing any options to bump them up, though. Just to make more. Oh, I can build big things here, like a university. More innovation points. Museum. Fulfillment demand. Ooh, that could be good for population. Tourist site, people traveling. 2 different tourist sites, same effect. Another tourist site, another tourist site. Let's have ourselves a museum. And is that going to bump up fulfillment of demand by 10%? Well, it is going up. I think you can get to the point where there are so many people that they're going to demand more goods than you can reasonably bring in unless you really crack things on. Also, distilleries opened up for me. I didn't even have to pay for it. And they're driving demand for sugar and fruit. Okay, so when I play my next map, I am going to be thinking about buses, just like I would in Factorio. I'm not going to make long single-line stretches like this. I'm going to have them ready for... Industry is in a downturn. I could buy the weaving thing in Augusta. But I don't even... Oh, I have nothing to do with Augusta. Go away. I don't think you've built anything there yet. But a fun American pronunciation of Louisville is Louisville. Louisville. Why? Rail maintenance, acceleration,
I'm gonna
power.
take your business apart.
Give me
This
the
building
power.
was bothering me, so I revamped it a bit.
Okay, wow, this is going to get real old real fast. I wonder if there's a way to disable the AI saboteurs. They were never fun in Patrician, and I have a feeling we're just going to get a lot of that going on here. Then again, in Patrician you could counter them by having guards stationed in your warehouse. Maybe there's something you can do here. Maybe it's like hiring a
Baltimore is
counter.
growing and thriving. That is mainly thanks to the railroad that you built. Well done.
I'd say it's entirely down to the railroad that I built. Baltimore has become huge and ugly. Look at these grids. American gridding. Maybe it has advantages, but they're lost on me. Still don't know what the sabotage is doing though. A bonus for express
As a
line
child,
to
I
Toledo.
already had a wooden train set. You too? Or do you still have it?
Hey, I can do that, no problem. New train with a John Bull locomotive. Does it count as express? How do I know what an express train is? I don't know. Whatever, let's just do it anyway. New rail line, New York to Toledo. Automatic, passengers, freight, manual, automatic. Okay, where's my... Ah, no, it's picking up lumber. That's not what I need. I need... What do I need? Maybe there's a specific kind of train that does express. It says suitability mixed. What makes a train an express train? Well, I just gave it one. Well, maybe it has to complete the journey first. And it's not doing anything because it's currently waiting on somebody else. Oh yeah, this single line that I've made here is undoing me. Everyone's having to wait along here. Oh, but there we go. It's on the move. I should stop expanding the north. I've just mucked it up royal. I mean, look at this disaster piece right here. These two having a stare down. Waiting for New York to Toledo, waiting for Thomas Breeding in Baltimore. And you are waiting for Lopez Farm to Baltimore. And you are waiting for New... Okay, so we've got ourselves a nasty tie up here. Yeah, because now two different people want to take this one route up here. Ain't that a bit of a pickle? What can I even do to fix that here? No, the north is a messed up railway. Might be better off redoing the northern bit altogether. It would be, but I kind of just want to tie up this scenario and move on to the next without having to redo everything just to get my my company value up. We've done everything else. I could probably just wait out a victory at this point. But that doesn't change the fact this ain't done yet. Okay, well, how about we just do something like that. What's unhappy here? Oh, you're unhappy. When will you be happy? There you go. Don't worry, be happy, get moving. It has a route that it can take, kind of. Wow, the inefficiency almost burns.
I wanted to tell you, I got something
Oh
for you.
my god.
Did you see what happened? Remember, this can happen again and again.
Okay, I need to find a way to disable these guys. I don't mind that they do nasty things to me. I mind that it just keeps popping up and annoying you. It's kind of like spy actions in EU4. Oh boy, you could counter-espionage them. It's like, could I though? Could I really?
Believe me, it isn't easy to survive in this world of men. These old men with beards and tailcoats think that the world is at their feet. And women too. But they should not expect that from me.
Oh, good for
I
you.
just cannot say no to a good investment opportunity.
I think she's trying to buy me out, isn't she? That's why she's making those remarks. If we check out our company... No, she's still only got her 5%. Oh, wow, the value of Don Lorenzo has been jumping up. In fact, Beatrix is worth a ton right now. If I wanted you out of my sight, the cost is going up and up. But I really don't want you existing, so I should just keep buying you.
How many times do I have to say it?
The sooner I buy them, the less expensive they're going to be. Now, what about that direct line I made? Is that actually activating here? Upholstery. Oh yes, I want some upholstery. I hope these last forever. Wait, is this not technology? Oh, I can't even compete with that. Dang. Oh, but can I now? Yeah, I can. Okay, so if I let time pass, I'll be able to get more money to invest in it. Always trying to buy me out. Not on my watch. There we go.
It seems to me you're broke. Just this once, I'll help you out with some cash.
Ooh.
Be more careful next time.
There we go. The ultimate strategy
Excuse me,
was just to
but
make
could
2
you
million out of
keep
nowhere.
of this? You're driving the price up.
All part of my strategy. Is this the express line? It is. Doesn't feel very expressy. Go broke, receive bailout, be richer than ever before. I'm impressed with my own... There's a word for what I did. I think it begins with C. Clairvoyance. And... Wasn't that our express line arriving there?
One of your people is now on my side. He says he likes it much better.
How have I not gotten this one done? I've given you your express line New York to Toledo. Why is it not counting as done? Is there something I'm not understanding about express lines? Express is probably passengers and mail. Oh. Maybe. Maybe. Oh, I should throw that money straight into buying out my competitor. It would probably be better in every way to invest it in making better everything for my company. But I would really like him to not exist anymore. As soon as you're in 100% of a different company, you'll gain all their financial excess automatically. Ooh. So if I buy a bit more of him, I'll have all of his money. I should definitely save in case going broke is the end of everything. Has to get the express icon by distance and time.
Some people think that I should hire a man to represent me in negotiations because I might not be taken seriously. But where's the fun in that for me?
I'm finding it hard to take you seriously. Well, all you're doing is taking lumber, so I don't think I'm going to get that cash injection. But really, it's not that much cash, so I don't need to worry about it too much. I hope Don Lorenzo has a lot of excess cash. Okay, how much more do I need for the rest of them? About $500,000. That's alright, the money's going up fast enough. We'll have them bought out.
I really wanted to tell you, I got something for you.
Oh, I can't wait to not have any more of that. Short direct route, best train available. I do have a new I do have a new train, but May 17th is
with
upon
such
us.
delicate little things, I just can't say no.
Oh. Ooh, could I take out a bond, actually? If I took out this, 8% interest is quite a lot, but it will allow me to buy him out really swiftly. Yeah, why not? I'll just take the free money and go... I think that lowered my value. I think it reduces by the debt that we have. Yeah, there we go. Bonds reduce it. Doesn't matter. I want your money, Don Lorenzo. Yeah. You are now in possession of all of Don Lorenzo, and from now on you gain all their financial excess. Shares worth $0 have been transferred to you. This company will not expand any further, will no longer take part in auctions, but existing line stations and businesses are still in operation. You might liquidate the company by merger.
Excellent. You have defeated a competitor and taken over all their routes and buildings.
I hope I'm worth a lot more now. It still says 9 million, but maybe that didn't update. Due to the fusion... Do we have to put on earrings for this? Different businesses, you'll gain access to their tracks, engines, shares, and money. Well, why would I not? How would you like to proceed? Whoa, money. Maybe we should keep everything, it'll make us money.
You'll find yourself in a lovely spot with the fishes.
There are often arguments among personnel in the train. You should not assign employees who have problems with each other.
Quarreling among the workforce. I had that problem once.
Well, get out of here then. So what's with the happy, unhappy face thing? I don't get it. Whatever, I'll just tell them to go away. There, now they're happier. Great. Could probably assign them elsewhere, but I could also not. Express lines, Syracuse to Baltimore. Well, how could we say no to that? Well, by acknowledging how god-awful our northern lines are and how we shouldn't connect them up any further than we've already done. We should just enjoy the money we have. And we do have it. Oh, can I pay off my loan nice and quickly now? Where was that loan again? Company, banking activities, repay the bond. You must pay a penalty and interest. It was 8% on about 1 million, so it would be 8. Okay, so you still have to pay the interest, I think. Whatever, I don't want that weighing me down. Away you go. It's not like I'm buying out somebody else. What a stroke of genius, though. Take a loan to buy out a business, liquidate what he has, pay back your loan instantly. Everybody wins. I just didn't liquidate him, because it doesn't really matter. Or does it, though? I don't feel like my value went up that much. We're only halfway there.
The human body isn't designed to travel at such speeds.
That was debunked long ago. Well, maybe by 1833 it hadn't been. Liquidate everything. AI routes suck. Yeah, but they're probably still profitable. Even if the AI routes are terrible, they should make some money. So if I just leave them there, they'll do me better than by liquidating them. Just buy out Beatrice. Buying her out's going to be difficult. Her company is worth even more than mine. 1%. Oh my goodness. If I wanted to buy her out entirely, that's $18 million. And if I had that...
if you ask me, bickering employees should be put in the corner with a dunce cap on.
Well, I'm not asking you. Nor should I ever.
The prosperity on the East Coast is growing. I like that, as there are many places there that are dear to me, especially Baltimore. But this wealth is also causing people to become lazy. I hope there will be enough people like me who feel the urge to travel farther west.
Louisville. Well, I don't want anything like that. Get out of here. A bonus express line Baltimore Syracuse. I feel I have little to gain from such a thing. Then again, it is a big chunk of dosh. Probably wouldn't be the end of the world if I just drew another... Oh my goodness, Baltimore's expanding over here as well. Could probably squeeze a route through here. Ugh, but then there's all this train nonsense. 1830, during the opening of Liverpool-Manchester railway line, the Stephenson locomotive reached about 64 kilometers per hour. I guess it was debunked already at the time. Yeah, but people don't let things like facts get in the way of what they believe. These cities grow uncontrollably.
Things are going better for you than I'd expected.
Yeah, I'm halfway towards my massive goal here that I don't really want to put in any more work towards. It's growing so slowly. Breweries in Atlanta? Yeah, no thanks. Just hook your line up with the existing AI one. But my line is awful. My line is so bad. What I could do is cancel whatever crummy line he has with Collins Estate. Or... let me think. December 6th? Alright, well. Let's see if we can make this work for us. I still have to pass over this place, though, which is a big expense. Oh, well, actually, he double-lined this, didn't he? Yeah. Double-lined into another double line. Is there direction on it? I wouldn't know. Wait, what direction do these trains go on? It's alright, it can be fixed. Probably. Okay, good enough. New train. We're gonna get ourselves the fastest thing we have, which is the Jervis. He's pretty fast. Quiet Times achievement. What could it mean? Syracuse, Baltimore, and it should be passengers and mail only, just in case that's what it takes. How do we know if it's express, though? Oh boy, look at it go. Maybe it could go better if I gave the train some personnel. I'm gonna give you this lovely engineer. And wait, did I not assign them? I feel like I got all these people joining in. Relations? I mean, they like them? I don't know. I can even give them security guards. That might be good if we get bank robbers and such. Alright, well, at least I got an achievement for it. We are fully loaded. Somehow they managed to board a train going at 60 odd kilometers per hour. Chugga 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 chugga. Alright, was that express enough for you?
Lulled in by your good looks. That won't happen to me again.
I don't get it. How
Faster
does
and
something
faster all the
become
time.
express?
That has nothing to do with traveling in style.
Express lines have a lightning symbol on their speedometer. How are you not an express train? Maybe I can get some research to make things go faster. Trains no, that's maintenance stuff. New locomotive prices. The G&M American? It's actually slower. Suitability is an express train. For details, see tips and tricks, transport bit. Okay, well, thanks for the tip. Tips and tricks, transport thingamajiggers, express trains. Speed is an important aspect of the journey. No sooner does a new locomotive come on the market, which promises even faster things, and it gains a lot of prestige. Shorter journey times, particularly quick, reputation of an express train, generate higher ticket revenues. To become an express train, it must fulfill 2 criteria. It has to be pulled by one of the fastest locomotives at the time, and it has to complete its route in record time. No unnecessary stops or detours. Connect it and do it fast. Okay. So it doesn't look very suitable then. That's a dang shame. Come on, move faster. I want that money. Speed ain't everything, Jake. Sometimes you need grunt, remember? No. As in, no, I don't remember. No time for slowing down. I don't care if there are other trains in your way. You get there. Jinx, are you there's no faster way to go between these places. Don't kid yourselves. Oh, maybe I need myself a Philadelphia. Philadelphia's can go at 45.
How sweet. You have a new toy.
I do. Whoa, the Dragon 080. That thing's got some beans to it. But it's probably a little too late now. Oh no. Oh god, what is this? Everything's clogged up. Probably because of this single line merger right here. Oh no. You're ruining everything. My freight. Not freight, my express. So we gotta wait for you to go, then you can go in. Wow. I thought my lines were bad. Double into single. Damn, that's bad, Sazerkran.
Oh no, it looks like one of your trains has a problem. Don't worry. Your employees won't miss a thing with me. Promise.
Yeah, this whole thing is one damn mess, isn't it? I should have just liquidated. That's not an option anymore, is it? Nope. No, it is not. What a shame. Merging you is also not an option.
I'll tell you one thing. We should join forces. You're more on the ball than I had thought. Together we can conquer the world. No? Okay, your loss.
Porters, stations, passengers. Yeah, I'll take that. You did save when you purchased them, yeah, but I don't like reloading. Any of the trains that you can unlock that are suitable for passengers, like the green one in the bottom row, you haven't unlocked? Oh, quite possibly.
It's probably just another one of your little mistakes, but could it be that you just placed a bid?
Okay, here's the problem. This guy got away with not having a maintenance center in New York. Maybe the AI doesn't need those, but I think the lesson I'm coming away with here is just destroy everything that AI has built and make your own. I mean, my train lines are bad, but they're not quad into single bad. And what is even this? Where are you gonna go with this? You didn't even give me anything I want to expand on there. Won't become express unless it does the route twice, even if it's eligible. That doesn't seem very eligible to me. Well, it is coming back here, so maybe, just maybe. Well, I find it unlikely that it's going to count. But it did make it back. Okay, now the offer's gone. I don't think I got it. What a shame. Can't you just fix it? I could definitely fix the tracks, but the motivation isn't there for me to tear this down, remake it, when I only have one thing left to do on the map.
Investment in your company's stocks can't harm anyone, can it? You really should pay more attention to the maintenance of your locomotives.
Can I sell that share? Sell my share for more money than I paid for it. Now that's a good deal. Ooh, it's probably very good to actually just buy up loads of AI shares early on and sell them later on for a profit, but it's probably even better just to buy them out. Not having them on the map would be pretty good.
My parents immigrated here from Europe. I'm not sure exactly from which country. I can barely remember them. They died when I was 2 years old.
How would you not know that? She's a mad one, she is. Waiting on New York to Toledo. Oh boy, everything's clogged up here again. Oh, my entire north is a mess. Oh yeah, the north is one big mess. I kinda do want to tear it down and just redo it, but I also just want to be done with the level at this point. Wonder if I could just let it play out and make the dosh. But it does take quite some time. Luckily you've almost won, so who cares? It's the next guy's problem now. Yeah, it's that almost won part. It's just, this is growing agonizingly slowly. And it's not going to grow any quicker if I have these problems here. New York and Toledo. Well, that never worked out for us, did it? So I could probably just delete the train. Yeah, there we go. And now nobody else has to worry, and we should have never connected New York with Toledo because it didn't work out. Lesson learnt. Yeah, I will grow faster by expanding. Maybe I could grab one of these crummy other cities and connect them up for sweet profit, because it's about making value for the company rather than anything. So we'll do exactly that. It should be quite easy to do. How do we even want this to go together? You there, Indianapolis, what do you do? Well, you want yourself a whole lot of cattle. Easily done. And since we have decent... Well, we got more money than we started with. Had to eventually... Oh, Christ.
Quarreling among the workforce. I had that problem once.
Yeah, this is just solidifying for me. Get AI stuff, delete it all. Because it's just... The AI seems to be getting away with having these quarrels. No harm, no fuss.
It's worth reconsidering that decision.
Nah, it's fine. Alright, Louisville. The council is refusing you permission to build because you haven't connected a station in Indianapolis with your hometown. I need to do that? Why? I don't want to. When you say connected, is it going to be good enough if I do this? It's probably just to stop you from just going around and taking everywhere. I can understand that. There you go, you're connected. Now let me build here. Yeah, a small one should be fine. I can always expand it later on. Okay, sweet. Actually, I already want to expand you. How much does it cost to expand? No big deal. What have I got? Achievement unlocked. Jumbled routes. Come on, game. That's not very nice, is it? We'll have Indianapolis be the kind of center around here, so it can have the maintenance building. We'll give it a supply tower. Other way around, please. Shift scroll doom. And what do we have? Ah, Philadelphia. Good name for it. The Philly, you go between these places, probably for very little consequence. Get it done. And not track. but signals. And it's going to be left-hand drive. Wait, there was the control auto do it, wasn't there? Nice! Oh my goodness, could Factorio not have had this? Equidistant convenient signals that follow what I've already put on the pathing there. That is exquisite.
Following my parents' deaths, I was sent to an orphanage. Oh, I know what you think about orphanages, but I got lucky. It was located north of New York, and it belonged to an old married couple who devotedly cared for all the children.
What's your problem with getting to Louisville? Right there. No, really, what is your problem? Wrong rail line. Are you sure? He's on the rail line, and he's facing the right direction. And he should be able to just follow along here. Oop da doop da doop da doop. And all the things are saying to go in that direction. So why can't he make it? I don't get it. Scrap the train. Why can't he get there? It seems really obvious that he should be able to get there to me, but it's not happening for some reason. Okay, well let's just scrap it and try again, because I think they put the train in before I put in the signals, so let's try again. New train, locomotive, the Philly. I didn't lose any money on that. The rail line is from Indianapolis to Louis. I can't even tell to get to Louisville. What the heck? What's the problem? Doesn't even count as a connected one now. Well, there is this red signal here. What's that all about? These seem okay. What's wrong here? Could I connect you up now? Oh, I can do it now? Huh, what's up with that? But now they're not forced to be a direction, so my assumption is that I needed to have them do this. Probably without that, they wouldn't have been able to do it. Now let's try and make them directional again. There. You gonna do it now? No! No, you will not. Why? Why? There we go. Jolly good. Now you make my company worth more, And we can start... Wait, now you can't go that way, of course, probably because... Now you're on here and can't get to the left-hand drivey sidey. So I shall do this. And this. And are you going to go now? Yes, they are. Okay, so we always got to put those in. Gotcha. The only thing you yourself can do is decide if a track goes one way or not. There's a newer railroad game than this called Railroad Corporation. The mad lads behind it actually made signals automatic. Are they automatic yet effective? Also, I'm pretty sure I was going to connect you up with some goodies. You wanted... Yeah, you probably want Young's Breeding. Oh, we could have bought out Young's Breeding some time ago, but didn't. Ah, the mistakes we make. Just a wee feeder here should do us fine. There. Simple as, no need to complicate matters. Get ourselves a... Oh, could I even give them the crappy one, like the grasshopper? I like the grasshopper. But it goes very, very slow. We'll give it the old John Bull. Oh, no, not here to replace things. I need to make a new one. Come out of that. New train, new locomotive. Get the John Bull. Alright. We're getting there. The bricks, though, I can't imagine you have much demand for brick. Bricks come into demand... Oh, you just straight up don't have demand for it. Perhaps there's industry that demands it. This corn, on the other hand... I bet somebody wants that corn. But you guys already have the corn. Maybe I'd make it better if I took it up to Indianapolis. I like that it doesn't completely crush everything you're doing with that. There we go, and they can figure out how to do it. I just add them their own little John Bull. This is the way to do it, because I'm adding value into making more value for myself. Probably slightly faster than waiting. Demand for bricks in the USA? Don't they make everything out of plywood and cardboard? I'm in no position to speak. Livestock near Louisville. What the hell? I'll take it. I wish I could see it, though.
Nice for you to win an auction as well. You might not have had any competition, but still. Come on, budge your station over a bit. There's enough space here for the two of us.
Now that I own this, what does that even do for me? Also, who wants milk? Does anybody around here actually want milk? Oh ho, there is demand in Louis for our milk. Also, express line in danger as faster locomotives available. I have an express line here. Oh ho, you actually count as an express train. What that does for me, I don't really know. And I'm nae fashed either. I was tempted by the dragon. I'll take it.
I would have chosen something far more exquisite.
Good for you. We'll look into the AI mute mod later on. Not that such a thing exists, but it should. Alright, Louisville. Louisville. How do I want to link into Louisville? I'm gonna link one thing up. It would make sense to link up more than just one thing, but do you have any demand for cotton? You do, because you have the weaving workshop. Swell. Then that tells me that I would want to have this pop out down south as some kind of major artery. Should stop saying the word artery like I know how it would apply here. But I will enjoy my parallel track discount. And I will have them mix and match together like so. Seems like these are fairly vital, so let's be sure to include those. Let's also be sure to include some signaling, so that we get some... Oh geez, not that, not that. What was it? It's... What was the automatic? Oh, it is control click, but not like that. There we go. Auto signaling along the way we go. Thank goodness those are free. And we just link into these with some small stations. Should be all we need for now. This thing probably needs to come down a little further before I do that, but I will do that. And then you just need to link into both of these. And does that look like it works? Sure. Let's go with that. The Dunham, the Dragon. Dragon's a bit pricey, but I don't think money's the biggest issue in the world right now, so we'll just buy it. What the hell? You surely want my milk. I'll give this game something. Setting up these lines is a whole lot easier than in Patrician. I don't feel like I have quite the same level of in-depth control over them, but I have sufficient control. Ooh, connection bonus.
My childhood was not unhappy, but even as a young woman, I knew that I had to seize my own luck and that I couldn't rely on other people. When I was 17, I left the East Coast.
There's gotta be a way to get around her. Right, connection bonus for the Grand Rapids seems like a no-brainer to me.
Excuse me, but could you keep out of this? You're driving the price up.
And really, you shouldn't need too much. Just give you a regular old train station here. And then... You know what? I don't really care that much, so I'm just going to have a regular old crappy route come up through. Oh boy. We'll just make our way around Young's breeding experiments. Call that one a day. And just like that, we get the bonus. Very nice, and it's certainly nicer than the way that Patrician handled it. Don't want to constantly harp on about Patrician, but it is a game I played a lot of. Who can complain about improvements over that? Okay, come on, company value, please. Thinking about it, if I bought those stocks in Beatrix when I had the chance, my value would be so much higher. Don't know how much I paid for these initial shares, but I certainly didn't pay 200 grand for them. And the price of shares 2.8, 2.7, 2.6, oh, up and down. Imagine if you play your cards right, you could just sit back and enjoy victory from share trading. What are the odds of the perfect America run? Once I've done the campaign, I'll do a handful of the scenarios, And then I'll probably do a free play looking to set up a perfect wherever wherever in the world.
Pay more attention to the maintenance of your locomotives.
There'll be more than just America. I mean, there's Japan, there's Australia, there's Great Britain, there's Germany. This was voted for by Germans, so I wouldn't be overly surprised if there's some demand for that. Germans. Plague on God's green earth.
Don't worry.
Buying her out
Employees
costs so
won't miss
much.
a thing with me. Promise.
I think I'm leaving these places undersupplied. Let us fix that. Oh, there was already a supply tower there. Abort, abort. I want my money back. If you buy our shares now, your company value will increase faster.
I went to Chicago.
Well, we'll give it a go.
The city was vibrant back then. At first, I got by doing odd jobs. Perhaps I could have found a husband then and started a nice, boring life. But I didn't want that. It seems to me like you've got a little bit too much cash on your hands.
She talks more when we buy her out. She won't go quietly into the night.
Be careful who you let work together.
See, there's the thing. The people in Patrician 4, they didn't talk our ears off about nothing in particular. Good times, dare I say. Also, yes, you are missing supplies. Don't worry, I shall sort you out there. Why can't they just get their goods at the station? You mean to say the station had no water at all? Feels like a natural place to get it. Getting there. I wonder what our benefactor will say if I go broke again. I do like the way that climbs up, though. And as long as her company grows as well, we're good.
There seems to be a little problem with one of your locomotives.
Please no. Could sell them all for more than I paid for them. Good times. Could you hire a bandit? Freelancer. Bandit, headhunter. Robs the passengers, steal their mail. Reduces the price of your next successful auction. These guys are all getting more expensive. I think the price of people... Oh, I thought it would scale with everything else, but it doesn't appear to. Okay. Doesn't seem to be anybody that reduces stock prices, unfortunately. My goodness, think money grows on trees. A classic. Oh, here's a thought. Why don't we just get ourselves a massive bond? Actually, could we get all the bonds? Alright. And then we go to our competitor and we use the money that we borrowed to buy those shares.
Are you trying to save your assets by investing in a railroad company that actually turns a profit or what?
Save your assets. Alright, now we pump this money in, and the amount of money that her company grows by will exceed any interest rates that we have to pay. Breweries in Montgomery? No way. You can have them. Hell, it might just increase your company share value. 3, 2, 1, 21 mil? 22 mil. Ooh, fluctuating a bit much for my liking. Some guys are willing to buy your invitation points for a bucket load of cash. What do you mean by that? Buy your invitation points. I'm not sure what that means exactly. I mean, sure, I got these innovation points, but I don't know who ever buys them. Kick you out yet, Beatrix. Now, unfortunately, that debt actually eats away at my value, including the interest that I pay on it.
So, if you ask me, bickering employees should be put in the corner with a dunce cap on.
Just shaking my head at everything I've inherited from the AI here. But we're learning important lessons as we go. Interest due to... Okay, well, that figures, but that's okay.
Oh, it looks like one of your trains has a problem.
I'm actually kind of hoping to go a little bit broke to see what my mentor says to me. I just hope it's not game over immediately like that, but surely it wouldn't be. New applicants? Yeah, nah, forget that. You can buy that. Increase your value. Look, it's gone up by 1 million. As expected. Breakdown from bad condition. Oh, probably because there's no place here to actually do maintenance on you. But there you go now. I know I could expand even more at this point, but come on. We're right there next to the end. I just want to get over the finish line so I can move on to the next level. This 20 million just seems so out of place compared to the rest of our the things we had to do on this, because we slaughtered through the early stuff. The next big thing was 100,000 in Baltimore, and we did that hours ago. And now it's just accumulating value. But fortunately, thanks to statistically buying into you, we are getting that. Now, they did mention somebody who could lower other companies' share prices. I don't know who does that, though. I should keep my eye on when that pings up, though. And it's certainly not auctioneer. Nope, say no to clay pits. Ooh, warehouses. I'm a little interested in that. Warehouses can receive and dispatch goods. This means you can also build a central goods depots. Okay. That seems really handy for centralizing stuff if it's far away from many different cities. But I'm a little bit harder to think how that would work in this game. Yeah, no, hub distribution I think would still work pretty well. It would shorten the amount. Oh, but can the trains be smart in what they pick up for their destinations? I don't know. I will have to look into how to set that up if I'm ever going to make the perfect America, or perfect whatever part of the world we end up in. Station master is not the freelancer I'm looking for. Start an auction for a rural business or a factory that might even belong to one of your competitors. Ooh. The saboteur lowers prices. The stock prices, I hope. Let's keep that one in mind. Oh, but surely that means you could sell all the stocks you currently have and then buy them up at cheap knockoff rates if you get the saboteur. That sounds really good. Only if it works, though. Otherwise, you're in for a bad time. But I think it's worth it for a try. Let's hope we get a saboteur. I want to check that out if it's possible. Oil. Reduces maintenance requirements. Yeah, sure. Give me the oil. We didn't know about oil before today. Well, no, it's specifically mineral oil. The meaning of which is lost on me. Saboteur doesn't do much. Analyst does. Well, we don't have either right now. Interest. Oh, no, that's a bad kind of interest. The one that you pay. Dang, I was getting excited. I was thinking I was getting a dividend on my shares, but I was not.
Doesn't my new factory look simply marvelous?
Well, I hope it's increasing the value of your company, because I am buying up everything I can. If you pay off your bonds, you should be close to 20 mil. No, because I think the cash value that I have there, the liquid assets, is also playing into the company here. Yeah, cash reserves, which is part of the bonds, which also decrease from it. And selling off the shares, of course, wouldn't help. Share values can go up or down. Do not invest more than you can stand to lose. I just think it would be such a good power play to lower someone's company value as you buy and sell the shares. Damn random breakdowns. Right, I am actually getting fired up about the next map we play because the lessons that have been learnt here can definitely be applied. Oh god, what lessons have the AI learnt though? What the hell is this? What the hell is this? Atlanta! Whoa. Let's not learn from her. Let's really not learn from her. An accountant? That's no freelancer. Cost of successful auctions? Not so interested in that. Damien Killjoy says, oh god, my eyes. Accurate sim of Confederate railroads. But we're on the East Coast. That boy ain't right. Weekly costs down? Ooh, that's a... Wait, we research working hours.
Let me show you how it's done.
Fascinating. Oh, you're showing me all right. Oh, her value's going up and up. I feel like buying in on Beatrix stocks is the winning move. Now, she might be worth more than me, but I own more of her company than she owns of mine. 10 percentage points more. And that's good money, and it is growing. As well it should. Confederates were the South, not the East-West. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We are in the East. Alright, we are done here, right? We're just waiting for this to tick up to 20 mil so we can say we're done. 10 years ahead of time as well. So I'm obviously playing really well. Atlanta is the southeast. Is that so?
The upswing can be felt along the entire East Coast, thanks to the dense rail network. And since you have connected the Great Lakes and cities such as Toledo, the United States have grown a little bit closer together again.
A little too close for my liking.
My dear, now you're getting too successful for my liking.
The trust in new technology and the art of the adventurous railroaders paid off. Within a few years, a patchy network of short railroad lines stretched from the coast to the Great Lakes, bringing new wealth and a period of dynamic change. Soon the first dreamers entered the scene, calling for a gigantic railroad link from the Atlantic to the Pacific, the so-called Transcontinental Railroad. But how is the most enormous project of the century to be funded and executed when the first step had only just been taken?
And there we go, ranking in as manager again. I think I could only get higher than that if I'd bumped up the difficulty settings here, because we're 11 out of 11 and 20 out of 20. The pause mode rating is killing me here, because I like to pause whenever. It's dragging me down by 20%, and I think it would bump me up by 20% up to President if I took it. I don't care. I like to pause when I play. Actually feels a bit painful to be dragged down for that, but we also don't care about score, so who cares. Next chapter. Let's see what we have going on for us. Next up is... No, it is unlocked here. We'll be going over the Mississippi, but we're not doing that this evening. That was kind of tiring going through chapter 2. It was long, And the reason it was long was because I played poorly early on, and I just didn't have the motivation to uproot all my rails and redo them, given that I was, in massive quotation marks, so close to the ending. Makes sense, we'll go through this a chapter an evening. That'll let us eat through the campaign, and then once we're looking towards the Sierra Nevada, we'll decide on which of the scenarios we're going to do. We have a lot. We have Japan, Aussies, Swedes, French, Germans, Brits, BRs. Hold on, the BR is a triple bill. Ooh. Summiter, Coffee Barons, and the Outside Capital. 3 for the price of 1 if we vote BR. What? Even more America? Yeah, let's not do that. Mexicans, and yet more Americans. We'll figure out which of these we do exactly later on, but we'll continue on with the campaign when we resume this tomorrow? What day is tomorrow? It's probably Friday, so we'll probably resume that then. So until we have more railway building, which... Let me just say, I'm really enjoying this game. Really, really enjoying this game. If I just get my claws into understanding a bit more of the concepts of the game, especially how a central hub or dual hub network would work, then I think we could be in for a bit of a patrician here. But we'll see. We're not quite there yet. But I think the game's pretty great. Anyway, until I'm back with more, cheers and cheerio.